Hey guys. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to talk about the new office that BlockHash recently got in Medellín, Colombia. Kind of give you guys a little bit more insight onto what we're trying to do down here and like some of the reasons why. Obviously, we're in quarantine still, so it's kind of difficult to work on the podcast, work on getting the book into Spanish, and do stuff remotely without an office. So we decided to get an office here in Medellin and Milla de Oro in Poblado. So it's pretty fun, big change up. There's a lot of things that we have on our plate. I mean, other than the podcast, which is still happening every single Wednesday, I have a new episode coming out tomorrow with Coldy, kind of a part two, his crypto artist. And I think you guys will enjoy that. But I also want to kind of talk a little bit real quick about some of the things we're doing in Medellin, or at least we're hoping to do, because we still need to formalize foreign office, foreign branch. If not, we got to set up an SAS. So there's some things we need to do before we can actually do work and get boots on the ground. Stupid fire alarm keeps going off. I'm just going to talk through it. One of the things we want to do is help create tokenization in Medellin in Colombia. And there's a lot of ways you can go about doing that. We want to promote in-house forms of social money, loyalty programs with bars and clubs and gyms and restaurants and retailers. So many mom and pop ones, so many startup ones from Medellin that we can reach. And in talks with a lot of them right now as well. So hopefully once the quarantine ends and the lockdown gets lifted, we're able to do a little bit more of that, continue talks with them. What we want to do, like in terms of a loyalty program, is be able to allow a business to provide a client a token that is a form of reward for having a membership with them, or for spending money that they could later use as a discount, or later use to maybe get some kind of service or product from the company to increase loyalty with the company, similar to going to a coffee shop, and being able to get like a stamp card and you get like 10 stamps after buying 10 coffees and you get one for free. Very similar to that, but in a tokenized form. They would also have value for maybe outside business. Or creating an in-house social money where if you hold like credit or tokens that you can use to spend within the business, maybe you get discounts that way. So there's a lot of things we want to do with tokenization in Medellin that we think could be interoperable with a bunch of businesses other than just having it with one. So it could be a token for the local economy. Also considering options where we could tokenize the transit system, the metro, and stuff like that. Maybe get people discounts as well. Get things more digital, app-based, since most people operate off of a phone anyways. Another thing that we're going to look at some point is voting. We want to try to encourage a voting on the blockchain type of process, fair voting process. Obviously, Colombia is one of the most corrupt countries in the world, just a little bit below average. I mean, every country is corrupt. I'm not just putting that on Colombia, but there's a lot of things that, the people want to change and clean up, and voting is one step of that process. And I think there's underrepresentation in some ways, and there could be some voting fraud that we can look into as well. And I think there's just a lot of solutions we can create by putting, voting onto the blockchain and giving more representation to different classes of people, since there's a huge inequality in income and huge inequality in representation based on your living standard. So that would be something that we're going to definitely look at as well, and maybe try to introduce to some senators at some point, or some congressmen and women. And they're very interested in blockchain too. So it's not like they're closed off to the idea. They just need more people presenting more ideas to them. And I think that's something we can definitely do. Another thing that we're working on is getting my book, the Satoshi Sequence, into in Spanish, getting it transcribed. So that's about halfway done, actually. And once that happens, we're going to reach out to some local universities to try and get it published. And if we're able to do that, then we can get it through the educational system and hopefully get it provided as maybe part of a course or curriculum or something online to, give more material to students for them to learn about blockchain and crypto and some of the history. So definitely pushing a lot of things from the book side of it. We'll probably do a part 2 of that book to follow up on everything that's happened since 2017. But getting the Spanish version out is a priority because there's a lot of demand for blockchain and education around blockchain in Latin America, especially here in Colombia, which is growing incredibly quickly from a tech point of view and from an infrastructure point of view. So we want to get that pushed and rolled out soon. And hopefully distributed amongst other libraries, businesses, and bookstores in Medellín as well. The other thing that we're working on, last thing I'm talking about, is we're trying to set up some nodes for different blockchains. The first one we're working on is a Cardano stake pool node. We've gotten a lot of information on how to do it, and we got the hardware coming in pretty soon. So we're hoping to be a stake pool pretty soon for Cardano, located in Medellín. So that'll be pretty cool. I think we might be one of the first in Colombia to do that, maybe the first in Medellín. So excited to be a part of that, maybe get more integrated with the Cardano community as well. We really want to support that network and help people in Colombia better understand how blockchain works from a technical point of view too, not just from a financial side. We want people to understand the technology and have general interest in it. But those are the overall updates for BlockHash that I kind of wanted to share real quick. And then, regarding the quarantine, things are getting better. I think they're going to open up domestic flights in July or relatively soon. International flights are still held till the end of the health emergency, which goes to like August 31st, which is my birthday by coincidence. Or it's a conspiracy against me, so I can't be home for my birthday. Crazy. But things are getting better. People are starting to get back to work. Economy's picking up. I'm doing a huge discount on Friday, where a whole bunch of supplies, office supplies, tech gear, computers, phones, and stuff will have no tax, be tax-free for a day. So get some awesome deals. So if you're seeing this and you're in Medellín, if you're in Colombia, go out on Friday to buy some stuff because you'll save a bunch of money, probably a couple $100 depending on what you're buying. So I'm going to try and get a new computer and get more stuff to set up that node this coming Friday. Other than that, things are getting better. It's still sunny, it's still beautiful, and honestly, people need to come down to Colombia, to Medellín specifically, and check it out and see what it's all about. So, I highly recommend that, especially if you're young. So much opportunity down here. Everything's relatively cheap, from housing to office space to being able to function as a company. Great food, great people. If you're young, great nightlife. If you're looking to retire, one of the best places to retire. Healthy lifestyle, healthy living. So yeah, it's great. If you're young, you're old, it doesn't really matter. You definitely got to get out here. Anyways, I'm just going to cut it there. That's my little update for now, and talk to you guys soon. Thanks for listening to the live stream.